Hey everybody, this is David. Hey, I want to talk to you just a few minutes about credit repair, changing your life, and using credit as a game changer. We'll wait a few minutes till a couple people's come in, and um, we just want to talk about a few things that's going to hopefully change your life. So, like I say, tonight we're going to talk just a little bit about credit and the things that we do right, the things that we do wrong, and how we can use credit to advance our lives to the point of financial security, actually, if we do it the right way. For so long, we've used credit as a consumer's tool and never used it as an investment tool. But, it's understandable because they really don't teach us that in school. My dad knew very little about credit. My dad died at 82 last year. Even though he was 82, my dad had no credit. Everything he got paid for, home, cars, but he had no credit. And again, what I do know is with credit, he could have done a lot more. But his aspiration, I think, in life was to give his children, his family, the best life that he could. And he did a wonderful job. And I admire him for being a great father. Personally, I try to be a great father to my children because I want them to know about credit. I want them to have the life that they deserve. And, truthfully, they deserve it. Not because they're my children, but because they're here. We're in the land of opportunity, and there are a lot of opportunities. All we've got to do is take advantage of it, and a lot of people actually don't. So here's what happened with credit. The rich use credit to invest with. That's what they use. They take their money, they make money on their money, they get interest on their money, they invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, securities, and that's what they do. And these are the rich people. Now here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is they only have 24 hours in their day, just like we do. And so what I've learned is that if you apply 20 to 30 minutes a day working on yourself, working on improving your lifestyle, then you can get there. I know it's a lot of work that's got to be done because I know there are a lot of people out there that's really trying and seem like it's no way out, seem like it's dead in the street, just like a three-legged stool. You get two up, and by the time you put the third one up, one of the other ones fall down. So it's just really hard to ever get ahead in life. And we're going to do a few things to actually show you how you can actually get ahead because it's not as hard as you think. And the thing is, your thinking is actually the problem. That and not having the wisdom to make the necessary changes to make your life better. And so again, it's totally up to you. You can make it better if you want to. It's not the system. It's not the black man, the white man, the red man. It's nobody except you. Now, am I saying that there's not obstacles that we'll have to face? No, I'm not, because there will always be obstacles in anything you do. But there's obstacles for the next person too. I learned a long time ago that who I am is based on what I do and how hard I try. So I can't let what they think about me determine where I'll end up. Their thought does not determine my destiny. It's just what they think of me. And how sweet the victory when I end up being everything that they say I couldn't be. I remember growing up, family, friends, people loved ones, saying you'll never amount to anything, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never amount to anything. Well, going from a life of being in the church and then having a street life to being a bad element of society to getting back in church and writing books now, being in a movie and just doing some things. Doing some awesome things. Owning businesses. Life can be anything that you want to be. I think the problem that I ran across a lot of times were people that distracted me because I allowed the thoughts and what I wanted to prove to somebody else determine some of the actions that I took. And a lot of times they got me in trouble. I had a lot of regrets because I didn't have anything to prove to anybody, and you don't either. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to know that if I can be successful, if I can do it, then I know you can, because you've got youth on your side. You've got a lot going on for you. I'm just an old country guy. Grew up in dirt. just country. But now, God has totally blessed me. He's blessed my family. We've come a long way. We've done a lot of things. And so I just want to share this with you, that credit, if I would change anything in my life, I wish I learned about credit before I did. I wish my parent had known about credit like I didn't know. And the thing is, as you learn, I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to learn what I know. It costs to become FICO certified. Almost said psycho. But become FICO certified is really hard, because you have to know the ins and outs of the credit repair system or the credit system. You have to know how the algorithm works. Now, they don't give you the formula for the algorithm, but they'll tell you how the time, the history, the amount of credit that you carry. It tells you how it's affected by just small things. For example, if you want to save money, if you got a credit card, pay it on the first of the month. Actually, if it's a credit card, because it's a compound interest, you want to actually pay that every pay period. If you get paid 4 times a month, pay it 4 times a month, because you stop it from compounding and start over at step 1. Go from 1, then from 1 you go to 2, and 2 to 3, 3 to 4. But if you stop it, it'll go back to 1. So you actually save a lot of money. If you got a car payment, the same way. If your payment's due on the 30th, pay your payment on the 1st. Don't wait until the 30th. Wait, because they've got what's called per diem. And in per diem, that's daily interest. And so when you've got daily interest, that means if your daily interest is $7 a day, and in 30 days, that means $210 is just interest only. It's not going towards your payment. It's going to the finance company. Now, here's one thing I want to clear up, because I hear a lot of people about the car lot charge too much. No, they don't. No. If that's what you think, you're thinking wrong. See, car lots only sell cars. The banks and lending institutions finance the cars. The high interest rate don't come from car lots. They come from whoever buy you. What they say is that we'll buy this customer with their good credit or their bad credit at this interest rate. And you sign your own contract. They don't force you to. You could pay cash, but if not, then interest is what we have to deal with. But you can always minimize the interest by paying it early. For so long, they used to teach us to pay a car notes, pay it on time, pay a little bit more, and we'll pay it off early. Well, that was a diversion, because what they did is all those 30 days that they was getting that per diem, that interest, that $210, at that $7 a day per diem, they got that. That's theirs. But you paid a little bit more, which reduced the principal amount on the end. That's true. But the thing is, if you pay it early, then you're not using as much money as long as somebody who's just making their payments on time. Now, if I confuse you, hit the like button and I'll try to go over it again. But the whole thing is, learn to buy what you can afford, not what everybody else wants you to have. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with driving something nice. It's not. It's really not. You work hard, you deserve to drive something nice. But don't let what you drive you. It drives you to poverty. It drives you to lying, cheating, stealing, a bad attitude. That's not what you want. You don't deserve that. So again, never spend above your means. Credit cards will make you spend money that you don't have. You're robbing or sabotaging your future just for today's satisfaction. Now, am I saying it's wrong? What I will say that if you're going to use a credit card, only use what you know you can pay back at the end of the month. If you do it that way, you're fine, because you're using cash or you're using their money for free until you get yours, not borrowing from your future and keeping yourself locked in the past. You don't ever want to do that if not necessary. But then we understand that emergencies come. So here's the thing. With credit, if you start using your credit the right way, you can build some wealth. And that's the part that I want to talk about just a little. Here's the thing. With good credit, you may get 2, 3, 4, 5% interest. With bad credit, you may get 18, 20, 22, 23, 24% interest. What's the difference? The difference is me paying $250 a month and you paying $450. That's the difference. Can you imagine all that money that you're paying extra if you took that same amount of money that you paid extra and put it in the bank and drew interest on it? You'd probably be a millionaire by the time you get 50, 60 years old. Use your money wisely. Use your money wisely, because one thing about it, it's not free. Any money you get, somebody had to work for it. You had to work something, had to do something for it. Hey, Robert Maxwell. Hey, y'all, that's my friend Robert Maxwell, Shorty Doo-Wop. He's my guy, but he done dogged me out. He done kicked me out the nest, but he's still my boy. I love the guy. But anyway, listen. The thing with credit, let's see about Robert. Hold on. I want to see if Robert's going to come on, if he's going to kick me to the curb again. Robert Maxwell, come on. But anyway, the thing is, we want everybody that we can to start saving more money and using your interest wisely. Get the lowest interest rate. Now listen, if you've got a high interest rate, if you've been paying on time, call your company and ask them, can you get a lower interest rate? They may do it. So look, you know a company that's going to give you a better interest rate. Now that's if you've got pretty decent credit and you've been paying on time. Because they don't want to lose you. They do not want to lose you. Or if you really want to fool them, just tell them, hey, look, I'm thinking about remodeling my house. You guys got the best car that I have, and I want to use you guys, so I need a increase on my limits. Now, you don't get it to use it, but it helps your utilization. So when the utilization go up, then the income go down, and guess what? Your credit score goes up. So now the other cars that's got the higher rates will be willing to give you a lower rate. So again, take the credit, learn to take your credit and make money, save money. And when I say save money, I'd definitely rather pay 3% than paying 7, 8%. That's saving money. And if you're paying the high interest, then you're just giving money away. You're giving away your future. You're giving away your retirement. You're giving away your vacation. You're giving away your kids' clothes. You're giving away a lot of stuff, your child's education. And the reason I'm saying this is because, you know, everybody knows that I do the credit repair thing. And the reason I do credit repair, hey, Carmen, that's what I said. The reason I do credit repair is because it's a necessity. People need it. And, you know, at one point in time, I get tired. Well, I've gotten tired over the years of seeing people paying extra interest because there was one or two things on their credit that could be fixed. And it wasn't. They didn't know. Nobody told them. So they end up paying a lot of extra money for simple things. I mean, things that they need, they paying crazy money for. I wouldn't do it, but I'm like, man, that is wild. And, you know, the finance companies don't care. You know, the salespeople, we care, but we're there to make a living, and we have no bearing on what the banks say. Your interest is based on your credit, how you paid, how you maintain. Now, I think the thing that I don't like about it is you take somebody with $100,000 a year versus somebody's making $30,000 a year. The person with $100,000 a year that's got great credit, you give them a $300 payment. But the person that's making $30,000 a year, you want to give them $550 a month payment. When everybody knows that the person with the $100,000 is able to pay it better.